Welcome to our first video about chemistry, Intro to Chemistry. In this video, we will be talking about some of the most fundamental knowledge about chemistry. First of all, what is chemistry? According to definition, chemistry is the scientific study of the properties and behaviors of matter. In chemistry, we really focus on how substances interact with each other. For example, a common chemical equation is composed of two main components, the reactant and the product. Particles interact with each other to form new substances. This reaction, the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, O2. In this reaction, hydrogen peroxide is our reactant and H2O and O2 are our products. The same particles rearrange to form H2O and O2.
The periodic table is another thing you have to know in order to learn chemistry. It is a great source of information. Let's look at the element box of carbon. C is the symbol of carbon, and carbon is the element's name. This number is the atomic number of carbon, which tells you how many protons there are in carbon. This number, 12.01, is the molar mass of carbon, which tells you how heavy carbon is per mole. Now let's talk about the states of matter. The most common states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. As we can see in the pictures, particles move at different speed in different states of matter. In solid, particles are tightly packed together. In liquid, particles are moving at a slow speed. And in gas form, particles are moving pretty fast. Let's look at H2O as an example. The picture on the left is the solid form of H2O, ice. The picture in the middle is the liquid form of H2O, which is just water. And the picture on the right is the gas form of H2O, water vapor. Next, let's talk about physical processes versus chemical reactions. Physical processes occur when intermolecular forces are broken and formed. Intermolecular forces are something we'll be talking about in our later videos. And in chemical reactions, there's a change in the composition of the substances. The decomposition of hydrogen peroxide would be considered as a chemical reaction because the composition of the substances changed. We went from H2O2 to H2O and O2. Let's use H2O again as an example for a physical process. We have H2O in solid form turning to H2O in the liquid form. This would be considered as a physical process because the composition of the substances didn't change. H2O is still H2O. The only thing that changed is the state of matter of H2O. Let's look at a few examples. The first one, cutting hair. Is cutting hair a physical process or a chemical reaction? The answer is physical process. Cutting hair only separates the particles, but it does not change the actual composition of the substances. How about combustion? Combustion will be considered as a chemical reaction because energy is released and the composition of the substances are changed. Overall, chemistry is a really interesting subject to study. In our later videos, we'll be talking about more chemistry-related concepts, and I hope you enjoy.